I'd like to say all praise to the Most High, Strong One, and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, this video right here. This will be my last video covering these lot of me no more cats. But I'm gonna go right into the scripture. It reads in Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So when you I got a couple of my family members, man, they check a lot of me no more videos out, and they tripping on it too. Like, man, what this dude talking about? We can't pray right now. We can't. You got to have a king. You got to have an intercessor. I mean, that sounds like the Catholic Church to me. I mean, we don't need no intercessor, man, to pray to the Most High and come back to the Most High and change our ways, do according to the law. I mean, it was prophesied that we would not have a priest or a king. We in our land, our captivity. But the Most High gave us a prayer through Solomon while we in captivity. We're going to go to that in 2 Chronicles chapter 6. Second Chronicles chapter 6. And we're going to go to verse 36. This is King Solomon praying. He said, if they sin against thee, for there is no man which sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them over before their enemies, and they carry them away captives unto a land far off or near. Yet if they bethink themselves in the land whither they are carried captive, and turn and pray unto thee in the land of the captivity, saying, we have sinned, we have done amiss, and we have dealt wickedly. And if they return to thee with all their heart, we know King David said, he delight to do the Most High's will, the laws within thy heart. We would turn to the Most High and do the laws that we're able to do in captivity. That's the way we return to the Most High. He said, I'm going to pick it back up. Verse 38, it said, if they return to thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their captivity, whether they have carried them captives and prayed toward the land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, and toward the city which thou hast. Let me let it focus a little bit. I'm sorry about that. And toward the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house which I have built for thy name. Then hear thou from heaven, even from thy dwelling place, their prayer and their supplication, and maintain their cause. He's talking about Israel right here. And forgive thy people which have sinned against thee. So, when you go off, when you teaching people, you claim to be the watchman, the Most High, and made you watchman over all the house of Israel, and you got a prophetess on the side of you, and you're not speaking according to the words of the Most High. The Most High called you a false prophet, and also too, we're gonna go to Exodus chapter 2. We're gonna go to the Torah. Exodus chapter 2. Let's see. Exodus, the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by the reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto the Most High by reason of the bondage. And the Most High heard their groaning, and the Most High remembered his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and with Jacob. Where was this at, elder? Was this in Egypt? Did they have a priest over top of them intercessing this prayer or their cries? Or did the Most High hear them? See, I mean, you got to go according. The Most High's words are pure words, purified 7 times. So, you know, you can't turn, you ain't supposed to add to the word or diminish up from it, nigh from it. Okay? And that's what y'all doing. You're trying to mislead the children of Israel into this. You're trying to turn everybody into Catholic Hebrews, man. You talking about you, I know you was a bishop, but you talking about you got to have an intercessor with like a pope or something, man. We the children of Israel here. We go by thus say the Most High. If it ain't that, man, we ain't dealing with it. The Most High tells you in Jeremiah chapter 10, follow not the way of the heathen. He tells you in Proverbs chapter 3:31, if he not thy oppressor. Okay? We ain't supposed to shave our heads bald like the Egyptians. We ain't supposed to, you know, we're supposed to represent him in any way possible that we can while we're in captivity. We don't supposed to lay down and just wait for the Most High without doing anything. I mean, we got to return to him in all in the ways he required for us to receive salvation. And we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 15, verse 29. Proverbs 15:29. Proverbs 15, verse 29, it reads, the Most High is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. So, the Most High hear the prayer of the righteous, but it's only one way we could gain righteousness. That's in Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25, it reads, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High, our strong one, as he has commanded us. So we know there's laws, certain things we can't do without a priest, certain things that can't be done in the land, that's only to be done in the land, in the place that he chose to put his name, Jerusalem. But the things that we can do, we need to do it to the best of our abilities, just like it says in Judges chapter 5. We're supposed to practice the righteous acts of toward the Most High. Okay? We're going to read Exodus chapter 2. Exodus chapter 2, verse 23. And it came to pass in the process of time, the king of Egypt died, and the children sighed by the reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto the Most High by reason of bondage. And the Most High heard their groanings, and remembered his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and with Jacob. And the Most High looked upon the children of Israel, and the Most High had respect unto them. So were they in Egypt right here, man? Okay, did they have a priest intercessing through their cries up to the Most High? Don't add to the scriptures. Okay, let's go to Judges, the book of Judges, chapter 16. We're going to start with verse 21. It's talking about Samson when he was overcame by the Philistines. It said, but the Philistines took him and put his eyes out and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass. And he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. So they captured Samson. And for the sake of time, I'm just get down to the nitty gritty. Verse 28, and Samson called unto the Most High. Was there a priest over top of Samson right there, elder? Was there a king over top of him when he was praying? He was in another land. He was in Gaza. He wasn't in Jerusalem. And said, O Most High, strong one, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me. And strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O Most High, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my two eyes. And we know what happened there. In verse 30, the Most High answered. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might. And the house fell upon the masters and went upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death was more than they which he slew in his life. You don't need an intercessor to talk to the Most High. So when you come with them wicked teachings, the Most High is just going to crush it. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9. This is what the Most High think. You want us to lay down and be homeborn slaves and not to cry and nothing, just go along with the program, right? The Most High tell you not to be like the world. You're supposed to cry out about these abominations. We're going to read in verse 9, chapter 9, verse 1 of Ezekiel. He cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them to have charge of the city to draw near, every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of a higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the Most High of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was to the thresholds of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city, Israel, Jerusalem, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. See, that's what we doing, okay? And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither ye have pity. Slay utterly young and old, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom this is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. That's us, Israel. Then they began at the ancient man, elder, which were before the house. So this is the judgment the Most High talks about for the ones who don't want to go according to his law, no matter where you at. When you in the midst of Israel, you got to scream about all the abominations. You pray to the Most High. You change your ways. You different. You separate. You're holy. You're a special people to the Most High. And I'm going to leave it at that, man. I look at Lie to Me No More. To me, y'all look like some Hamites, some Catholic Hamites, man. I mean, for real. You talking about an intercessor, you was a bishop, and all that stuff. That's all Catholic, man. But I'm out of here, man. But to all Israel, the real Israelites who standing up for the Most High and screaming out for the abominations, shalom. All praise to the Most High, strong one, Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov.